Hey guys, it's Kylie, and I wanted to, while I'm sitting here, talk about the power of gratitude and what it has done for me in these past couple days. For those of you who don't know, I was recently admitted and stayed at a mental health facility. So these are some things that I've been practicing since I got out. This video is about gratitude. So every time now when I wake up in the morning, I plan out my day, I schedule it, I make sure I have time for the activities I love the most, like listening to music, playing with my reborns, and reading, and so on. I do these things and structure my day so that I can do all the things that I love, and in turn, I become more grateful for them because I see the value in them. The one thing I will say, the one go-to rule when practicing gratitude is if you're not appreciative of it, there's probably a reason. So if you're on your smartphone all the time and you're watching TikToks all the time, you're not going to be grateful for your smartphone and the videos because you're so used to it. So my biggest tip about gratitude is put stuff down for a while. Limit screen time so you can be present. If you limit that screen time, then when you get back on the screen, you're much more grateful for it and you really enjoy it and see the value in it. That's the same with every other hobby. I had to be away from my reborns to appreciate them. I had to be away from my stuffed animals to appreciate them. I had to be away from my family to appreciate them. But once I got all that stuff back, I realized how fortunate I was, and I stopped thinking about the things that I did not have. And that has made me so much healthier, and I have so much more energy than I did before. A simple way of practicing gratitude, you don't even have to sit down and write it down. As you're walking out the door, start with one thing, then add two things, and work your way up every day. I know sometimes it can be really hard when you're in the throes of depression and anxiety to be grateful for stuff. When you're suicidal, you're not going to be grateful for stuff, and that's okay. First journey with gratitude is about realizing that it is okay to be ungrateful some of the time. You are human, you are not perfect, and that is okay. When I went to it wasn't until I went to the facility and I was a couple days in. Get that. So I was like 3 or 4 days in when I started to calm down and started to realize all the things I was fortunate to have that others did not. I was around homeless people who were addicts of illegal drugs, people who had nowhere to go and were waiting for a home, and that's why they had been there for so long. And it was really hard to watch because they did not have the things that I had. They did not have hygiene products at home. They did not have a bed of their own. They did not have friends. They did not have air conditioning. One lady, I kid you not, told me the summer always stressed her out because she didn't know how to stay cool because she had nowhere to stay. She had nowhere to stay, guys, at all. I'm not going to mention any names here because I don't want to out anybody, but seeing all that was very humbling because I found out that, you know what, there's things that I have. I have a warm bed. I have a house. I have electricity. I have air conditioning, water. I have cleaner. I can clean my place. I have my own room. I have a dozen reborns and stuffed animals to comfort me. I have a family that loves me and hasn't disowned me. I have transportation. I have money for groceries. My essentials get paid for by my mother. I have so much more things than the people inside there. And it started to make me realize that I needed to practice gratitude. So the way that I've started doing that is as soon as I walk out the door, or as soon as I've finished with an activity, I tell myself, I am grateful for this activity because it brought me joy today. And that makes me want to continue on with those activities. But it has really shown me I didn't get the gratitude until I hit rock bottom. So if you're one of those people, it is totally okay to hit rock bottom and then practice gratitude. We all have our moments. Depression is very powerful. Anger is very powerful. Loneliness, sadness is very powerful. You still have to cycle through all of that to be grateful. And don't get mad at yourself. This is the key to being grateful. Don't get mad at yourself if you're in the throes of that and you're not grateful yet. The word is yet. You're not grateful yet because you don't have a clear mind. You're probably drugged up on meds. You're probably having to sleep a lot. You're not clear-headed. So don't beat yourself down if you're not grateful yet. But when you get that clear head and you're able to be present and you're able to learn gratitude, it will bring you so much more joy. Granted, everybody else has different circumstances and different things to be grateful for. But practicing gratitude can reduce stress. It can reduce anxiety. It can reduce depression, suicidal ideation, homicidal ideation, self-harm urges. It can reduce all of that. So that is why I took the time to make a video about gratitude and how to do it. Please remember that this is a process and everybody comes to it in their own time. I didn't learn how to practice gratitude for 4 years until I left. So, please remember that, okay? Love you guys. Bye.